What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Gakis, and today we have a brand new Xur Inventory review from the weekend of June 6th to the 9th. And so, let's get started. Alright, let's take a look at what he has. Firstly, for the catalyst, well, we have the Graviton Lance catalyst. Honestly, a fantastic catalyst. Graviton Lance is, frankly, goated. It's a really good weapon, and this giving it Vorpal and I think Turnabout is just great for it. Rat King catalyst is another interesting one. Randomly, the Rat King, and it actually improves its damage, like, based on how many people have it. Like, so 6-man groups with the Rat Kings, like, randomly just destroy certain things. So neither of them are, like, super meta right now. Probably the Graviton Lance catalyst is the better one if you don't have it. After that, for the exotics, well, 67 Oathkeeper here with not really too many spikes. Like, Discipline, it's overall a good amount of stats, but nothing really too spiky. After that, we have the Insurmountable Skullfort. Now, what you're seeing here is actually an extremely important tip, guys. Yesterday, in the TWAB, Bungie released all of these stat conversions. So stuff like mobility, resilience, and recovery, those are going away, and they're converting into different stats. If you didn't see yesterday's video, it's linked right up above. I would highly recommend watching that. Super, super important information. Bungie also goes over exactly what the new stats do. But in this case, for example, mobility, that's converting into the weapon stat, which is going to affect how much damage you deal to minor enemies, and then over 100, it's going to affect bosses. So I mentioned that because suddenly high mobility stat stuff like this is a lot more viable. So overall, 63 is still a bit on the low end, but, you know, if you want to invest in mobility because you want to get that weapon stat, you could consider this. After that, 70, this is looking a lot better, and this is actually an even better example of what I was talking about. We have Discipline, which is relevant right now. 70 stat is crazy high, and then normally the mobility stat wouldn't be that good, but now in the Edge of Fate, that's weapons. This is a really, really tempting pickup. In fact, I mean, it's 70 stat, guys. That's unbelievably high. And again, mobility irrelevant now, relevant very soon. After that, we then have the Stoicism here. So we have the exotic class items being featured this weekend as well. Then for the random item, well, we actually have Adept Nightfall Ciphers. This is a very, very good pickup. This is a very good thing to see here because, I mean, it's essentially like one Grandmaster run worth of Nightfall Ciphers. You can buy this and get a lot closer to getting that additional Adept Nightfall weapon focus if you want, guys. After that, moving on to the random items here, well, we have the Prospector. Good grenade launcher overall, got buffed actually recently, but nothing insane. Risk, if for whatever reason you don't have the Risk Runner, you should probably buy it. Like, it is actually kind of an insane little SMG. And then you have, like, it's going to shock everyone when you get hit by arc. It's going to reduce your incoming arc damage massively. Then you have the Monte Carlo. Well, this is a melee build's dream here. It doesn't see a ton of play, but man, it can get your melee back instantaneously. And then we have a Hawkmoon here with snapshot sights. And no. You don't want Snapshot Hawkmoon. After that, guys, for the random rolls, Field Prep Demo, True Prophecy, no thank you. Outlaw Adagio, Vulpecula, or, yeah, no thank you. Pulse Monitor Opening Shot, like, Opening Shot can do some crazy things on a Pinpoint Slug frame, but all the other perks are not really that insane, so no thank you. Then we've got Soul Survivor with Outlaw Vorpal, nope. We've got a Field Prep Threat Detector Interference, nope. We've got a Clown Cartridge Elemental Capacitor Memory Interdict, nope. Then we've got a Flash Counter Surrounded Crown Splitter. Flash Counter is cool for the Stronghold build, but Surrounded is, I mean, Surrounded's actually not bad. It's not actually really not terrible because, like, Surrounded is actually going to be kind of good in that Stronghold build because it's, like, active right away just based on enemies around you. Good pairing with Flash Counter, so you could consider this for sure for that particular build. Otherwise, like, it's not that great. Now, looking at the armor, let's take a look on light.gg for the rarity of the Holdfast set. Well, this was added back in Season of Arrivals, and it's a pretty common set at this point, with around 58% of players having this very helmet. Now, checking the rolls here, 66 big resilience spike discipline, and this is a great roll for the game right now. So definitely, guys, you can consider picking this up. And again, like a high stat armor now is still going to be high stat in the Edge of Fate. Just because you have the new armor archetype system and so on, the stats are being converted 1-to-1, so this is still going to be like great spiky armor next expansion. Then we have 64, not really too spiky, no thank you. Then we've got 66 with a massive strength spike. So if you have a melee build that wants a ton of strength, now you're going to be able to go up to 200 melee in the Edge of Fate, where you can get even more bonuses. You can consider this. And 63, not too spiky, no thank you. Let's go and check the Warlock. All right, for the Warlock, let's check the sword here. Relentless counterattack, no thank you. Now, as for the armor, we've got 65, really not too many big spikes, no thanks. 65, kind of the same thing, to be honest. 67, this is a lot more interesting with massive recovery and intellect spikes. Unfortunately, intellect, we don't really want that. It's just converting to super, which again, I don't think is going to be that wanted. So if you do love getting your super back, you want a Warlock build that's built around your super, absolutely consider this. But for me, that's going to be a no. And then 65, again, not really too insanely spiky. Let's check the Hunter. All right, for the Hunter, let's check the sword here. Thresh, flash counter, no thanks. Now, as for the armor, 62, but unfortunately big intellect spike, no thanks. 65, resilience spike, a little bit, still kind of just okay. 64, big discipline spike, and also mobility. Okay, this is definitely a better roll. Get that, grenade stat and weapon stat in the Edge of Fate. And then 66 with a big discipline spike. Yeah, again, if you want grenade, this is not a bad piece at all, guys. So, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKakis. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.